we're streaming this week. You probably picked up on that. More chicken police. This episode, this stream, is titled "We Need a Hand Man," and I take a moment to point that out specifically because we do have somebody in the game. We got to get, Boobo's gonna go fix Peter's hand so he can play piano again, right? Well, your old pal Jason, several months ago, went and made a couple visits to a hand guy because I've got a hand problem, and it flared up on me a couple weeks ago. So I go back and see the hand guy on Monday, kind of late in the afternoon. Was hoping for an earlier time, but that was the best one they had, so we took it. Shouldn't impact the stream much. If it does, it will just be briefly. We'll stream that night no matter what. Just, we may stream late. We'll see. Pardon me. So speaking of streaming. And I guess I shouldn't be so, vague about that. It's not like a big deal. I've got some trigger finger in one finger, and it makes it very difficult to do certain things. It makes things very painful sometimes. We did the shots, and they didn't do much, so we're gonna cut it open and rip it out, man. Not really, but kind of. So it should be quick, in and out kind of a thing. Okay, what the hell are we doing? I'm unsure as to what gives it this little spark over here, because this looks like it's done, so I feel like it should be crossed off or something, right? Like that's crossed off. This, we got nothing. I don't know what else you want me to do here, unless we just have to wait for Boobo to fix the guy's hand. I don't know.
Hey, boss. How nice to see you. Is that a new coat?
Yeah, it looks good on you. But we were just leaving.
Ah, not so fast, chickens.
Yeah, I knew this was coming. Such a classic.
I see you're still full of life. How about a little overtime?
I don't know, boss. My back's a little stiff.
Yeah, it's been a busy day.
All that paperwork.
And target practice.
And paperwork.
We said that already.
Yeah, but today was twice as much, so...
Enough.
Yep.
Someone's waiting for you in your office. You might pop in there once in a while for a change.
But who? At this hour? There's nothing sacred anymore?
I don't mean to be disrespectful, boss, but whatever it is, if it's not an urgent predatory case, then...
Featherland, do I need to remind you that you're only still here because I graciously allow it?
No, sir.
I beg your pardon.
No, sir. I am aware of that.
You should have retired 1,000 years ago, to everyone's delight. But you're still here, on your own volition. So you dance like I whistle, you understand? Or you can go straight to the old hen house.
Yes, sir.
To your office, then. I'll be waiting for you there. I'll give you 2 minutes.
Yes, boss. Got it, boss. Did I already tell you how nice your coat is?
Shut the cluck up, McChicken.
Yes, sir. Who the clucking cluck could it be?
Whoever it is, they can go cluck themselves for all I care. We don't have time for this. We have to find Frank.
The old bone chewer's gonna crunch you like a little late-night snack.
You're right. It's better to do what he asks, whatever it is. Just get it over with.
Anyway, why aren't we private eyes? Then we wouldn't have this kind of problem.
Because private eyes are underpaid.
Us too.
Well, they don't have insurance.
Do we?
No one respects them.
Us neither.
And they're generally just pathetic, Marty.
So are we.
Good point. So why aren't we private snoops?
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, let's go and see what's waiting for us in the office.
I was thinking the exact same thing before they started talking about it. Like, we're kind of doing all this Hive stuff, you know, pro bono, as it were. Lucius Wilford Bloodboil, head of the Clawville Police Department and perhaps the most indestructible resident of the city. He was recently forced into a wheelchair when a raid led to a brutal shootout with a gangster clan. But even that didn't stop him from pursuing crime, only this time with even more ferocity. The old geezer hates me with all his bones, but I kind of admire him in my own way. Of course, I wouldn't admit that to him even if I were forced at gunpoint. Can I just sidebar for a minute? Sonny wears gloves, and Marty wears gloves, and he wears gloves. But she doesn't have gloves, and he didn't have gloves. Some people have gloves, and some people don't have gloves. And it's weird when 3 people are all standing indoors talking, wearing gloves.
So what's this about, boss?
This.
Are you stupid or just deaf?
Actually, I have got some serious hearing problems, and Marty's got a few intimate... Oh, never mind. Yeah, he's kind of stupid.
Don't cluck with me, Santino. Get in the office.
Yes, sir.
It's upstairs, sir. How are you going to get there?
Just one more thing.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, I get it.
This doesn't look very handy capable, you know,
Let's go.
this building. Who do you think it's going to be? Is it going to be the bug lady? Oh, no.
What can I say? Home away from home. The familiar smell of 1,000-year-old files, an unopenable window, an unlockable door, familiar scratches on ancient wooden chairs, the mark of a fallen cigarette butt forever burned into the desk, the haunting memory of 1,000 empty bottles. If I die tonight, bury me here, under the cold, dead cases. But first, let's talk to this clown.
It was incredibly poetic. I like that. I'm going to get me a sign.
This gentleman here is...
Cassidy Lupus, the Silent Wolf.
The who?
I see my reputation precedes me again.
Annoying figure.
Exactly as my white-feathered friends said. I'm Cassidy Lupus, actor, artist, and idol to some.
Wow. Cassidy Lupus is speaking to us.
Well, that's just fantastic.
Mr. Lupus has a problem and asked for our help. We don't usually get involved in such personal matters. Mr. Lupus is a well-beloved movie star and close friend of our great king.
Just what we needed.
Excuse me, Detective Featherland?
I said we're honored.
You know, they say wonderful things about you boys. Epic adventures, bloody affairs, crime gang shootings, arson.
Just an average Monday morning.
Sadly, my Monday mornings are not exactly cloudless these days either. And especially not average.
Oh my, are you out of caviar, perhaps?
Oh, please, don't be so base. I understand I'm from a different circle. I'm not as tanned and wild as you, but I'm coming to you for help.
Don't listen to him, Mr. Lupus. He's always like that. But otherwise, he's a great detective, I can assure you. So, what can we do for you?
Well, it's a complex and delicate matter, but I've been threatened. I need your protection.
Protection? Excuse me, but we're detectives. We're not here to prevent trouble. We're here to find the cause, if it's already happened.
Oh, there's plenty of detective work in this case, believe me.
I'm afraid I don't follow. But okay, fine. How about if I ask you some pointed questions first?
Like an interrogation? Like in a movie? That's fantastic. You know, I've never played a detective or a murderer before.
Let's hope you don't have to do it this time either. Shall we begin?
Just do what you do best, boys.
That's an awful lot of bling blongs. I don't need that many bling blongs in my life. Let's look around first.
Wow. Well, that's, what can I say? I can't even find my words in this mess.
It's perfectly organized chaos, Marty. Everything has its place and purpose.
Uh-huh. Good one. And all that stuff on the floor?
Full use of available space.
Okay. I'm not pushing it.
What? What's going on in there?
Old man, you really need a lady in your life. A cleaning lady, at least.
Ha ha ha. You think about these jokes a lot.
Sometimes, on sleepless nights.
I understand Laura more and more.
What?
What?
Old man, you really...
Ha ha.
Some...
And
What?
What?
What happened to the guy who had this?
You mean that shark who beat his buddy to death with this surfboard and then tried to eat it to destroy the evidence?
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. How nice of you to say out loud what we both know already.
You know, sometimes I feel like someone's watching us.
You took the words right out of my beak.
So I have a question. How do fish work in this world? Do they, like, do they come up to the, right? Like, what was the situation? I have questions.
You put this here, right?
Why do you think that?
Come on, Marty, this is 100% McChicken energy.
So what? Miss New Moon is especially dear to my heart.
Easy woman with a gun.
She was made just for me.
You know what? I kinda get it.
Ah, old cock's not dead cock, huh?
Don't be tacky, Marty. How come Blood Boil hasn't taken it down yet?
I know somewhere deep down he likes it. Not because of the girl, but the subtle irony of it.
Subtle, huh? Maybe you see too much depth in the old geezer.
Are you still that pissed off at him? After all these years?
A lot of things change, Marty, but some things are eternal.
Did I ever tell you you should write books? Widowed housewives over 50 go crazy for that kind of fake smart-ass bullshit.
Oh, cluck off, Marty.
That, my dear friend, is a request I cannot grant.
A busted cop, a beautiful woman, and a bottle of whiskey. What more do you need?
Not much. Be with you in a minute, buddy. You're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Could that be a calendar page? I feel like that should be clickable.
Moses' desk. Quick. Let's dig through it before he's back.
What an outrageous idea, Marty.
But I'm right, aren't I? Furry heavens, look at this.
A letter.
A letter from the royal palace. It's a commission from the crown.
It says the mission is confidential, as was the last. Please treat it with the utmost discretion. As soon as the team is assembled, get in contact immediately. Otherwise, we will be looking for you.
The last? So these two buffoons have worked for the king before?
There was that incident with the Clawville Express, remember?
We don't know much about what happened there.
That's my point.
So Moses and Plato are getting secret commissions straight from the king? That's...
Suspicious.
No, it's awesome. I mean, awesome for them. But why not us? We're the freaking chicken police, for the love of the wild ones.
Don't worry, Marty. You want to know what this is about or not?
Of course I do. These two furballs are on my death list now.
When the time comes, we'll confront them with this. Don't you worry.
Yeah, we've got them.
I appreciate you not saying anything as we rifled through the desk right in front of you. Thanks, pal. Okay. Cassidy Lupus. The name that everyone knows, apart from me it seems. Well, even I've heard of him, although I have little interest in the world of cinema, and Lupus is a perfect example of what I despise about the Clawville film world. A real bloated blister, but apart from that, quite an interesting character, and it seems that there is a deeper layer beneath the superficial surface, and down there are probably a lot of secrets buried. Yeah. The Silent Wolf is a famous comic book that has recently been made into a hugely successful movie starring Cassidy Lupus. That's a terrible idea. That'll never work. The story centers on an ex-policeman who, fed up with police corruption and incompetence, becomes a masked vigilante who terrifies the criminals of Clawville at night. It'll never work. I wonder if that's supposed to be him right there. I like that it's the same music that played out in the lobby, but we're hearing it like it's coming from down the hall. That's a nice touch. All right, what do you want?
I have a feeling that we're once again getting involved in something we should have nothing to do with.
Don't hesitate, gentlemen. Feel free to ask anything.
Okay, let's see.
You watched us rifle through the desk, too.
I can't believe we're questioning the great Cassidy Lupus.
Yes, right. Me neither.
Feathery heavens, please make this quick.
Don't keep me waiting. Let's get started.
Yes. All right, my first question is... the actors. So here's the famous Cassidy Lupus, movie star. Arrogant, self-righteous, anxious type. He's visibly nervous, though he clumsily tries to hide it. He's not that good an actor. Playing on his vanity might be a good direction. I don't think the bad cop routine would work for him. But then again, I might just have to squeeze him to succeed. I'm not in the mood to patronize him, but if I have to, I'm sure I can get more out of him than he's willing to say with a little charm and finesse. So, tell us in your own words what happened and why you feel you need protection.
Well, I've been getting menacing messages from someone for a while.
What kind of messages?
That's the weirdest part. We actors get involved in this kind of thing all the time, but it's always about money or some kind of personal item.
Yes, go on.
I once had a crazy fan come at me with a knife because I refused to ask her out. Can you imagine?
Hardly. But please, let's stick to the point. So this is somebody... What did they ask you to do?
That's the strangest thing. It was essentially a business proposition.
What
hand
kind
doing?
of business proposition?
Oh, it's just ridiculous, but they want me to be some kind of publicity face. Me, the great Cassidy Lupus on some ridiculous billboard. No barking way.
I understand. You're just too sensitive for simple commercials.
I didn't know you had such a bright mind. Yes, you're right. A great artist doesn't sell himself for peanuts.
So you're holding out for a premium price. The big money, right?
There is no such money, Mr. Featherworld.
Land, feather, land. But please, tell me why you think they're making you an offer in threatening messages. Isn't that a little, unusual?
A little. It's bizarrely unusual. So much so that I thought for sure it was just some childish prank. But the messages, well, there was something really sinister in them. And what they're trying to blackmail me with, if only you knew.
Well, that's what we're here to find out.
Yeah, you could just tell us, and then we would know. And then we wouldn't have to be playing this ridiculous game. Jeez.
Who do you think might want to blackmail you? Who are your enemies?
But everybody loves me.
An ex-lover?
I...
Maybe a rival star? Have you pushed anyone out of a role lately?
They write roles for me, detective. I don't go to auditions.
Lucky boy. You don't have a single idea?
If I did, would we be talking now?
I wasn't planning on talking to you anyway.
Well, pull yourself together and get in the mood, because this is serious.
I am serious. Let's just get on with this. What exactly is in these messages? And how did they reach you in the first place?
We had just finished shooting my latest picture when my stunt double, Percy, handed me a letter. He said they thought he was Lupus, and someone, a dark figure in a dark suit, had pushed it into his hand and run away. He swore he hadn't read it, but he was pale as the moon.
So this someone simply confused you two?
Percy looks exactly like me. That's why he's my double, silly. But to tell you the truth, his profile is a little less chiseled, and his stance could do with some work.
Do you think someone who knows you well can tell the difference?
Not from afar, but if that someone knew me really intimately, they should have seen he wasn't the real me.
Didn't you ever think that your double was just making it all up? And he's the one behind it?
Percy? Oh, no, that's impossible. He idolizes me.
I wouldn't dismiss the possibility, though.
As you wish, but I assure you that Percy is a man of impeccable character. You should have seen how frightened he was.
And you? Are you a man without blemish?
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
So, what was in that first message?
That I'd find a contract on my desk that I'd sign if I wanted to do right by myself. Written in red, but not in blood, before you ask. However, the tone was very rude and threatening. Then, when I got back to my office, there was indeed the contract, but to be honest, I could only laugh at the contents.
What did it say?
An exclusive contract with some advertising agency I'd never heard of. Some kind of snake, something. A new product line was to be advertised mainly on billboards.
Snake something? You don't remember?
I only remember the important things.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Do you still have that contract somewhere?
What do you think? I giggled and tore it to pieces.
Well, that clue is gone. What kind of product were you supposed to be promoting? Do you at least remember that?
There wasn't any. Can you imagine? How can I accept an offer if I don't know what it's about?
Yes, that's really strange.
They said I'd get the details later and tried to assure me it was worthy of my reputation. That's how I knew they had no idea what I'm really worth.
You're used to starring in historical epics of a grand scale, am I right?
Well, so you have an eye for it after all. A pleasant surprise.
A simple cop like me can't like art.
It's not that usual.
So what were you working on? Some historical drama, maybe?
Our last film was El Wolf, a real historical epic, yes. I was on the set when I got the first message. It was quite a long and turbulent shoot.
Turbulent? What do you mean?
You know, when two oceans meet, it becomes a flood.
That's not exactly how it works, but let's not get hung up on the details.
You know what I mean. Two giants, two legends, an actor and a director, each with his own vision.
I see, so it didn't work out with your director.
Nobody gets along with that animal, if I can be honest.
You must be honest. That is actually the point.
But of course. So no, I didn't get along with him, and neither did anyone else. Charles Rufus Vidor is an insufferable, arrogant, violent, and ungrateful bastard. But the film was ultimately finished with great difficulty, and there's no question that it will become an everlasting classic.
Is that so? You're a confident fella, aren't you?
Modesty is the refuge of the untalented.
Oh, gee, I better write that down. Thank you.
I giggled at El Wolf because it's El Cid, and El Cid had a very similar situation when it was made. Great movie. El Cid is a great movie, and everybody should watch it. But yeah, it caught my eye. All right. Let's see.
What kind of dirt did they manage to dig up? I'm guessing there was a lot to choose from.
Oh, but please, I understand you're a tough detective, but that tone of voice won't work with me.
I need to know the facts if you want my help. Give it up.
Give it up? Nothing. I mean, it's just nothing. Just an old thing, a bad habit.
Specifically.
You're a real pain in the ass. Has anyone ever told you that?
More times than you can imagine. So,
Cats.
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 Cats, yes. Cats are my weakness, okay? I go crazy for them.
And they want to blackmail you for cats.
Something like that, yes. Or almost. Happy now?
No, it doesn't add up.
That's your job, detective. Put it together.
I don't really care if this guy doesn't like me.
All right, enough of the dog shit. Start talking straight. If you're lying to me, how can I help you?
But you... How dare you?
Don't give me the dramatic death scene or I'll leave you high and dry.
It's... You know... All right. You're right.
What?
You're right. It's all a big lie, or at least half a lie. I really was blackmailed. And it really has something to do with my cat obsession.
But
That's not the whole story. It's about a certain cat. A woman I had an affair with.
and
Still have.
just as I thought.
They have a picture of us in an unmistakable position.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Look, I love my wife. In fact, I worship her.
Oh, I know you do.
Don't patronize me. I hear your personal life isn't exactly a bed of roses either.
If you say one more word about my personal life, I'll not only take your case, I'll break your nose.
Okay, I get it.
So,
Missed a word.
are you telling me the complete truth?
Indeed. Ask away. What do you want to know?
Is it, not only will I not take your case, is what the thing said. Pretty sure. Is just half listening.
I'm sorry, but I have to ask. Who is the lucky cat lady who's put your privacy and reputation at jeopardy?
You know, it's almost humorous, but you know her.
Really? I wasn't expecting that.
Meredith H. Marble.
What? Huh! Cluck me. You mean the writer? The creator of the Chicken Police book series?
None other. A real predator, am I right?
Oh, yeah. Our lives have been taken and torn apart by her, that's for sure. But I see, in some ways, yours has too.
You need to understand, that woman is a nobody. I mean, no disrespect, but she means nothing to me. It's just, you know, she's a cat. And sometimes that's enough for me.
Then why did you marry a rabbit?
Because Faye is the love of my life, that's why. This cat thing is, you know, physical and nothing else. But it's incredibly strong.
Okay, big fella, calm down. Now, why do you think they're trying to kill you? Isn't it enough that they leak the picture and you're done?
Maybe it would be enough, but I didn't let it go. You may think I'm a big fraud, a ripoff, but Cassidy Lupus is not to be intimidated. I made it clear to them that I wouldn't give in, not even if they leaked the picture.
Oh, maybe you do have some nerve. I'm genuinely surprised.
Thank you.
Or maybe you're just too stupid to realize how serious this is.
Ouch.
So then they threatened you.
Mortally. The last letter was just a poster folded up. It's a poster from an old movie I did.
And you took that as a threat.
It's called The Last Howl. The last part of a series in which the protagonist I play dies.
That's a little on the nose.
Right? I knew right away I had to get help. That's why I came to you. What's the matter, detective?
Clucking damn. We can't seem to come to a conclusion.
But please don't give up, detective. My life is at stake.
All right, let's start over. Oh, clucky furry hell.
That was terrible.
The actors. So,
All right.
Well,
what kind?
that's the
I understand.
That one.
Is there anyone
one?
who would want to harm you? A jealous colleague, perhaps? Jealousy can make animals do crazy things.
I've got a lot of people jealous, that's for sure. But I don't think anyone would want to hurt me just because of that.
You think too highly of animals. You know, behind their friendly smiles, there are often repressed emotions.
I've starred in dozens of dramas and lived among actors all my life. I know all about lying. But I don't know anyone who wants me done for.
You mean who wants your death?
I didn't say that. But whoever's behind this wants Cassidy Lupus to be framed. To make my shining star go down.
Okay, I get it. Thank you. Let's dig a tiny bit deeper.
Do your job, detective.
What exactly is in these messages? And how did they reach you in the first place?
We had just finished shooting my latest...
Okay, we did that one. Let's try this one.
Tell me, what are you working on now?
We've just finished a new classic of the ages, Elwoof.
It sounds very exciting. Did everything go well on set?
On the contrary, it was a nightmare.
How's that?
It's because of Charles Rufus Vidor. You must have heard of him.
Afraid not, but that's not surprising for me.
Oh, he's an animal. They say he's the greatest director and producer of his time, but I say he's a bloated bladder.
Well, that's very diplomatic.
In the end, the picture will still be a success, thanks to me. But I'll never work with that fraud again.
I see. This could be useful.
If you say so.
So let's get to the point. How are they blackmailing you?
That's not important.
How could it not be?
I mean, yes, I understand that you want to know, but believe me, that's not the point.
I still want to know. Leave the investigation to me. Answer the questions.
Cats.
Cats? You mean pussycats?
Cats, there's no other way of saying it. Cats are my weakness. Feline fever. But I'll get over it, I swear.
What do you mean, your weakness?
Isn't it obvious? They drive me mad. They drive me crazy. My tail gets hard and...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy on the details. I get it. You're being blackmailed about cats.
Kind of. Sort of. Almost.
Okay. So we'll do that one.
You have to trust me if you want me to help you. Is that really all there is to it? Your affection for cats?
Why is that so unbelievable?
Because it'll be in the tabloids. They'll gossip about it for 2 days, and then everybody goes about their business. You don't think this could ruin your career, do you?
You have no idea how spotless I am in the public eye, Mr. Featherline.
Featherland. And yes, I believe your image is impeccable, but a slip-up like this is easily forgiven.
You know, in the movies, they used to powder my fur even lighter. You know why?
Something about the lights? I don't know anything about movies.
Because it makes me look even cleaner. You know what I mean?
I get it. But you must understand that even if you're gonna stand here in front of me like a movie god, I need to hear the truth.
You're quite the character.
So I've been told.
Okay, so there is a certain cat, a woman, and they have a photo of us. They're blackmailing us with it. That's what it's about.
Are you married?
Just a few months, yes.
Ah, now I understand everything. You see? It's that easy.
You have to understand, if that picture gets out...
Oh, now that we've got that out of the way, are you finally willing to speak frankly?
Ask away. What difference does it make?
I'm sorry, but So that's it? There's no more?
I think I told you everything, yes.
Quite a story. But I'm glad you finally managed to open up.
You know, Mr. Feather something?
Yes, that's right, Feather something.
Maybe you are as good a detective as they say.
Then maybe I thank you. You see? That's what I'm talking about.
That's terrible. I don't
So,
care.
let me get this straight. You have a secret affair that you've been blackmailed with. But because you didn't give in, you feel you have a death threat. And it'll be fulfilled soon.
Exactly as you say, dear detective. Oh, no wonder they say some good things about you.
What do you mean some? Are they saying bad things too?
Oh, well, You know, that's not what I meant.
I don't think we should go into that, Sonny. What you don't know won't hurt you, right?
Don't stick your beak in, Marty.
Everybody's the subject of silly gossip, aren't they? Your partner's right. It's better to let it go.
Fuzzy heavens. Right. So, there's this premiere, am I right?
Yes, the premiere of El Wolf at the magnificent Ivory Palace. Have you heard of it?
For all things feathered, of course. We're not even allowed in there. That place is the most exclusive movie theater in town.
Come on, you'll be my guests. Of course they'll let you in, silly.
Sonny, we have to do it.
What? Why should we?
Because this good man is in danger.
Ah, you just want to go to a fancy party with movie stars, don't you?
No.
Marty.
Well?
I think we'll take the case, dear Mr. Lupus.
Ah, splendid.
If you'll excuse me for a moment, I'll discuss this with my partner.
No, just go ahead.
What the cluck are you doing?
I'm enthusiastic.
Don't be enthusiastic. The whole thing is dog shit.
But, Sonny, he's in danger.
Really?
Well, whether he is or not, do you think we have a choice? Blood Boil's gonna kill us and use our bones as toothpicks. And besides, when was the last time you went to a movie premiere?
Me? Never. And that's not an accident.
You just take a deep breath and you hang in there, old bird.
What's gonna happen to Frank?
Well, it's sad to say, but I think he can wait.
Maybe you're right.
Hearing this is like sweet oil to my feathers.
Okay, we'll help you.
Now you're talking. I knew I could count on you. You won't regret it. I'll pay you handsomely for your services. Speaking of which, how much were you thinking?
Well, if we add it all up, the trip, the time, and of course the costs. I mean, that won't be necessary. I guess we'll be doing this in our police capacity and out of the goodness of our hearts.
How nicely summed up, Santino.
Yeah.
So, see you at the party?
Very well, detectives. Can't wait.
Don't get yourself killed, okay?
Well, your sense of humor, it's one of a kind.
Ah.
Crest deep in trouble. Here we go again, because of a paranoid whiner. I understand the king himself will be the guest of honor at the premiere.
Hector. Oh, he's an old personal friend of mine. We used to have cigar-smoking, brandy-tasting Clawville wildcard nights together.
So you two are close?
He's practically my brother. Some people say we're distant relatives, but even I think that's just a rumor. Though I always thought there was something majestic in our family.
Yeah, I figured that right away. Tell me, does your wife know about your affair?
Of course not. That's one of the main reasons I'm trying to avoid it leaking out.
I see. And the, cat thing, does she know about that?
I'm afraid she does. She's trying her best to cure me, and I swear I want to heal, but it's so hard. You see, as soon as I entered the station, I was bumped into by a colleague of yours, a bobcat lady. Needless to say, Chief Inspector Bloodboil had to drag me away from her.
I wouldn't worry about Miss Vasquez. She'd bite you in half. But I see your point. I feel sorry for your wife.
As am I. You know, once you get to know her, she's a real piece of work. More than that, a masterpiece.
I believe you, Mr. Lupus. So how did you meet Meredith?
It was quite a strange story. I hadn't even heard of her before. But then, suddenly, it came up that she might write a biography of me. Of course, I was very interested, although I must admit I was enamored by her long legs, her wagging tail, and her playful whiskers.
Well, she's not a small-town woman, that's for sure.
Marty, a little professionalism, please. So how was the rest?
Oh, you know, I offered her a drink. Then things happened fast. And then the rest came naturally.
You slept with her right away?
What could I do?
Right. That's the only option in this situation.
And they photographed you. What a coincidence.
Yeah, too much of a coincidence for my taste.
Can you move? I wanted to go back there and look at the board.
Hey, Mon. Tell me, what the hell is all this? Who's waiting for us in the office?
You know what? I've not a clue, and it makes me furious.
You don't know? But you know everything that's going on here.
Yeah, that's just it. Blood Boil let whoever it is in through the back door, and me, he cut me out completely,
That's outrageous.
right? But I'm not gonna let it go.
Good. Get the old bone chewer by his tail.
Oh, I will.
Tell me, Mon, did Laura call by any chance?
No, Marty. Sorry.
Any messages?
None.
Never mind. It's okay, she's probably busy.
Yeah. Listen, Marty, if you need a place to stay...
Oh, no, just leave it, Mon. I'll manage. She'll calm down and we'll sort everything out.
Amen to that, Marty.
That's the spirit, you big chicken.
Listen, Mon, what do you know about this Lupus fella?
Well, not much. Just what everyone else knows.
Sonny didn't even know he was a movie star.
What? Where do you live, boss bird? In a cave?
There you go, old man. What did I tell you?
Ah, leave me the cluck alone. So who is this guy?
Oh, as Marty says, a movie star, a personal friend of the king. And he's got quite a reputation as a ladies' man.
Yeah, well, he seems like a big jerk to me. And now it looks like we've got him round our necks.
How so?
Well, apparently someone plans to kill him at his movie premiere.
No wonder.
What?
Oh, forget it. So what's the deal? You'll have to take care of him, or...
Yeah, like babysitters.
More like bodyguards.
In this case, same thing. The guy's a giant toddler.
That's an understatement.
Wait, Mon, do you know Lupus?
What? No, I don't even like movies that much.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're ready to go then.
But just beware, boys. You know, movie stars like him always have crazy fans. Stalkers who are capable of anything.
Oh, come on, Mon. It's a classic case of petty blackmail. Somebody takes a chance because he's a rich buffoon. Most of the time, it doesn't escalate to violence.
Yeah, most of the time.
But we'll be there to make sure nothing bad happens.
Yeah, sure. Sir, if I may say so.
Sonny,
Yes, sir?
you made the right decision. I'm glad you did.
Did I have a choice?
No, not really. But you gave in more easily than usual.
Maybe I'm getting old, sir. I have less and less time to argue.
That's a good one.
Happy to please.
Be at the premiere and keep an eye on Mr. Lupus. Have some champagne. You'll survive. And then you can go to your usual trespassing business.
What do you mean, sir? We never...
Martin, stop blabbing. I've seen how anxious you are to get in your car and start making trouble.
Sonny, I think we've become predictable.
And it's time to do something surprising.
Now get out of my sight, you chickens.
Yes, sir.
I can't.
What else do you want?
I guess nothing. For now.
Then get your drumsticks out of here, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
No. You're not the boss of me.
What else do you want? Go on, get moving.
Sir, are you all right?
Wait, what?
You know, in the old days, you would have thrown this clown out.
Sonny, I don't think we should do this.
Leave it, Martin. Santino's right. A few years ago, I would have. But those days are gone.
What do you mean?
Just look at me. I haven't been the same since the massacre. And neither has the city. The gangs are tearing us apart. And we need all the support we can get to keep order.
You mean the king?
Men like Lupus are the king's lackeys. If we help them, we help ourselves. And our common cause to clean up the city once and for all.
I see. Well, thank you for your honesty, sir.
Just get things done, and the city will be set right.
That's unusually optimistic of you, sir.
You see? I am getting old, too.
We'll do what we can, Chief.
If you don't mind me asking, boss, how come Moses and Plato aren't in charge of this buffoonery? I mean, they're your lapdogs these days, aren't they?
They're on other important business, Santino. And Lupus, I don't understand why, but he specifically asked for you.
He's got a problem with foxes?
Moses and Plato have known Mr. Lupus for some time. But if you want to know more, ask them.
I will. We've been so close to them lately.
Really? I think I missed a scene or something.
Tell me, boss, will the king really be at this premiere?
Ah, Sonny, the king is a big fan of cinema and especially historical adventure films. Didn't you read it in the Cosmopelican?
The king is indeed a lover of cinema. And yes, he will be the guest of honor this evening.
I thought it was going to be us.
You'll have to do a lot of toasting at parties like this for that.
Yeah, thanks, I'll pass.
Oh, one more thing. Wear your best dress, detective.
That's what I'm wearing now.
Got it, Chief.
Tell me, boss, where are Moses and Plato?
What's that got to do with you?
Well, we got a tip they might be working on some kind of super secret assignment. Maybe for the king.
How do you know about this?
Well, you know, we are detectives.
Don't joke with me, Santino. If the king finds out that the secret mission is known to every little detective in town...
Little detective? That's not nice.
If you know what's good for you, you won't stick your beak into this case. Understood?
Understood, sir. But you do realize that by making statements like that, you're just ruffling our feathers.
I'm not kidding this time, boys. If I find out you've gotten involved in this case, you'll be out of the station.
Yes, sir.
There's a way to eat up the first hour, right? Holy crap. Okay. Excuse me. Guess we're not leaving here then.
Let's go.
What did I miss? Nothing there.
Is there any other part of the city we haven't been to yet?
I doubt it. And you know what? I'm getting really sick of it.
Oh, come on. You're just saying that.
I'm serious, Marty.
You mean you're really going on a trip around the world? I thought you just wanted attention.
You're an asshole.
Why? Everybody needs a little attention sometimes, and you don't have any family or friends or...
All right, just stop it right there, Marty.
Okay, shit. Someone's having a bad day.
Yeah, like you know who? Frank.
Oh, yeah. Right. You're right. I'll shut up.
Good. Maybe Marty's right. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna die here no matter what.
Nothing left for you.
Have you ever been here before?
Why? Because it's tidy? Order is the soul of everything. You could learn from me, old bird.
This isn't just order, Marty. No living animal has ever worked here. That's for clucking sure.
Ah, what can I say? I'm an open book to you.
Sometimes I think that's just the surface, and there's more underneath.
But then you realize that you overthink everything.
What can I say? I'm an open book to you, partner.
I hate paperwork so much.
Yeah, it shows. Not much sign of any kind of work here.
I'm kind of a street cop, you know? A street vigilante, not a desk jockey bookworm type.
Yeah, and Clawville's a better place because of you, partner.
Hey, there's no need to be that cynical.
I'm not joking.
This desk looks like it belongs to some treasure hunting adventurer. This Moses guy's weird, I'm telling you.
Well, he likes interesting souvenirs. And flowers?
Is that a shrunken monkey head?
I don't want to know.
Great wild ones, please protect us.
Are you getting religious?
Only occasionally when it's really handy.
No, that's convenient. So if this is the desk of the future star detective, I'm so out of fashion.
Old man, you really need a lady in your life.
Oh, yeah, we did that already. Nothing from Monica.
Employee of the month?
Yeah.
There. Nothing for Blood Boil.
The building is just like the people who work in it. A complete wreck. I mean, really. There's nothing interesting there. Trust me. I mean, real.
Remember when we played Wander Song and it was the coffee thing? I was just, trying to go along with that. That's all. Graveyard, can't go to Frank's, can't go to the Light, can't go to the cafe, can't go to Sonny's, can't go to Bubo's, can't go to Marty's. This is the only place we can go. What am I missing? Speak to Monica. Okay. We did that. Oh.
Listen, Marty, can you go get some coffee?
What? We had like 5 jugs already today. Your heart's gonna explode, old man.
It's the last one. Then I swear I'll stop, but otherwise, I won't make it through the night.
Okay. All right. Your funeral.
Thanks, young fella.
Did you just dump Marty?
I need to ask you a favor.
Uh-oh. That's a bad start.
Blood Boil wants us to go to the movie premiere and watch for Lupus.
So far, so good.
But we have other things to do, so I'm gonna tell Marty to leave the evening discreetly.
That's all so clear, so where do I come in?
I need you.
Ah, you finally said it.
No, not like that. Listen, without Marty, I'm lost in the crowd.
How so?
And I can't stand the crowd. I don't like crowds. I need someone to keep me grounded so I don't freak out.
Oh, so I'll be the weight that's pulling you down?
Something like that.
I'm really honored. But listen, Sonny, I don't really want to go there.
Yeah, okay. You're right. I understand. I don't know why I even thought.
But I'll do it.
What?
I'll be there, Sonny. And I'm gonna take care of you.
What? No, you don't have to take care of me. Just,
I'll be there, okay?
Yeah. Thanks, Mon. Really. Eternal gratitude.
You'll owe me a coffee for it. A normal coffee, not the PD one.
You got a deal, Mon.
Hey, I brought the coffee.
You know what? You were right. I should take care of my heart.
Are you kidding me?
Sorry, buddy.
Mon?
Leave me out of this.
We got a date. Oh, yeah.
Something still smells fishy to me.
You think Lupus didn't tell you everything?
Of course not. And we don't know enough about him.
I know all his movies by heart.
Thanks, Marty. That's a big help.
You're just saying that.
Listen, why don't you go home and try to reconcile with Laura?
Oh, so you're gonna dump me again?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna go home and get my shit together. And I'll talk to Lewis.
What do you want with Mr. Bunny Ears?
You know, he used to move in some pretty high circles. As far as I can tell, he's managed to climb back up to the top recently. Maybe he can tell us something useful about the wolf.
That's not a bad idea. So I'm gonna...
Relax, Marty. You can do it. You're strong.
You think so?
I think so. You can't run away forever. You also can't take endless advantage of Lewis's kindness.
You've been doing it for years.
That's beside the point, Marty. You can't end up like me. You have to talk to Laura.
It's kind of weird getting relationship advice from you.
Shut up.
comment. I know what that looks like and sounds like.
To be frank, whatever Blood Boil said, I did have a choice. I always have. For example, I could have told him to go to hell. But I had a feeling that this business with Mr. Lupus might be oddly connected to what happened to Frank. And to what's happening at the Hive, for that matter. Or am I seeing things now? Either way, Lewis was an old friend of mine, and he always moved in pretty high places. I wanted to find out more about the wolf and the upcoming party, so this was the perfect chance to question him. I hoped I'd written his number down in my phone book.
Hey, if you didn't, I did.
Let's see. Hey, Lewis, old buddy. It's Sonny.
Sonny, how can I help you?
I need that clever skull between your huge, fluffy ears.
I'm so sorry, but I'm in a hurry. I'm supposed to be at the premiere of a major motion picture.
Is that so, El Wolf?
Have you heard of it?
Have I heard of it? I'm the guest of honor. I mean, next to the king, of course.
Well, that's wonderful. So, can we go together?
Yeah, that'd be great. Look, just come by when you're ready and we'll go.
I'm jumping right away!
Thanks, buddy.
So enthusiastic.
That went smoothly. I suspected that he was invited to the party. He's never missed one. And if the king is also attending, Lewis will take any opportunity to restore his once illustrious family to its former glory. Besides, I was very much hoping that he might have some useful information about Lupus, the king, and the other guests in general. He might even have a clue as to who might want to harm the silent wolf.
I noticed that the fan doesn't... It gets... there it goes. I feel that. I feel that. I think we should take our break now. So let's take our break now. I need to refill my coffee. I did refill the whiskey bottle. I already took care of that. A little bit every day is good for you. A lot of it every day is even better.